TF2 is a funny game.
I don't even know where to start with you. I mean, do you even know who you're talking to?
Like, a really funny game. There are a lot of aspects that make TF2 the game it is. The amazing gameplay that has stood the test of time, the unique and highly memorable characters, or even the SFM and Gmod animations that the community makes. But what if TF2 had a darker side? You might be thinking that that's just silly. TF2 is just a regular game. Wacky, but nothing disturbing or creepy about it. And I would agree with you. That is, until I found a series about something in TF2. Something sinister. Hello my polygonal friends. This is the first video of the Green Halloween. In today's video, I shall be discussing a TF2 ARG by the name of SteelScoutTeamFortress2, a series with 25 videos and 2 extra channels tied to it. I will be going over all of that alongside theories I have throughout the series. And with that all out of the way, viewers beware, you're in for a scare. Now, the first video of the series is quite a simple one. As you probably guessed from the title, it is a channel introduction. It is quite short, so I'll play it for you. Now, other than giving us some information about our main character, SteelScoutTeamFortress, who I will just be referring to as Steel Scout from now on, it also mentions his friend, that PyroMain 1992. Remember this guy, because he will play a key part in this story. That's about it for this video, a simple introduction, but it doesn't stay simple for long. The second video starts off with this dialogue from Steel Scout. Something is very strange about my favorite map, Steel. I was playing in my own server in TF2 on Steel. I went to one of the control points and saw something very strange. So I went back and started recording. Steel Scout makes his way over to the capture point and shows us what he was talking about. Steel Scout finds this mangled red scout just floating in the air. Its limbs are elongated and distorted, and its head is on backwards. Steel Scout tries to interact with the red scout by shooting it, but it has no effect. While looking at it more, the red scout vanishes and the map goes quiet. We then see what seems to be the TF2 disconnect pop-up before getting this outro from Steel Scout. If anyone else has seen anything about similar stuff to this, please let me know. Plus, gotta remember that rate 5 stars part, because after all,
we've got to have money.
This video is quite interesting with the weird red scout. So, let's see what happens in video 3. This video starts off with SteelScout giving us a status report on the weird glitches. He has noticed that all the other maps are normal. He then shows us some clips that have nothing weird in them.
Let us dance, gentlemen! Dance like...
SteelScout then mentions that he showed that PyroMain 1992 his last video, and they both agree to go onto Steel to see what they can find. The two make their way to the spot where the red scout was, before suddenly, PyroMain goes forward and walks to this random corner. I left the game right after that. As you can see, something is clearly very wrong with that map. A weird abomination that looked like Heavy did something to my friend. When I asked him what happened, this is what he had to say. We then see chat messages between SteelScout and PyroMain. The messages read, "Dude, what happened?
Whatever you're trying to do here, stop.
What are you talking about, man?
Stop. You're getting into something that you really shouldn't.
What did you see?"
You don't want to know. Take my warning and quit this now. You still have time to stop.
Well, can we at least check it out some more later?
No. Don't ever contact me asking to play that map again. I'm serious. I'll block you.
The video ends with SteelScout disregarding PyroMain's warning. Despite his warnings, I'm still going to keep looking into this. What's the worst that could happen? It's just a game.
Foreshadowing is a narrative device.
And that ends off video 3. On to video 4. This video is stated to be a short update video. SteelScout talks about how, after the events of the last video, PyroMain unfriended him randomly while he was asleep. SteelScout tried to message PyroMain, but he won't respond. On a positive note though, SteelScout played a match of Steel and nothing weird happened. Well, except for this one screenshot SteelScout took. It vanished when I got close to it. After showing us the vanishing red medic, SteelScout ends off the video by saying that he continued the match without any problems. And this ends off video 4. On to video 5. Now, video 5 starts off with SteelScout giving us some information. My friend has sent me something very strange. He still has me unfriended, and I don't think I want to be friends with him anymore. SteelScout then shows us the video he received. We see multiple interesting things in this video. We see what seems to be somebody walking through this dark void with red grass, whatever this is, a scout in the darkness, and the two most interesting visuals. This arm of a source model that seems to have been shrunken, and, strangest of all, the lower half of a medic. This is most likely the medic we saw from the last video. I think I'm going to block him. I don't know what else to say. And that ends off video 5. On to video 6. The next video starts off with this message from SteelScout. He tells us that he has made a breakthrough. So apparently while playing in his own server, SteelScout was somehow able to get into that red field we saw in PyroMain's video. I really think I have stumbled across something significant. I have to keep investigating at this point, or I will never know why this is happening. We then see gameplay that SteelScout recorded while playing in his server. Despite Steel being normal the last time he played, SteelScout is still paranoid while playing it. He does these quick turns and gets scared when he goes near the gate that took PyroMain in episode 3. But despite his paranoia, SteelScout still walks around his private server. SteelScout has officially made it to the field of red before he closes the game because he got scared. I quit out instantly because I got scared. If I ever get there again though, I won't quit. And that ends off video 6. On to video 7. Now, this video is quite interesting. Not just for the series, but for ARGs as a whole. This is because this video has SteelScout actually talking throughout the video. So, let's take a listen to him.
Hey, so me, SteelScoutTeamFortress2. So, I'm listening immediately.
Your mind sounds how I presume radioactive beans taste.
So, throughout this video, I'll be summarizing what he says to my best ability. Basically, he starts off the video by stating his goal, to reach the red field from the last video. He makes his way towards the door and just sits and waits for something to happen while he talks to us. He doesn't really say anything that notable, he just sort of reiterates things we already know, until eventually, we finally see something happen. He has made it to the red field once more. SteelScout walks around for a while in this seemingly infinite void before he starts hearing this weird noise. We all saw the same thing, right? At the end of the video, for a few frames we see what seems to be a heavily distorted Pyro. Could this be PyroMain? There's only one way to find out, and that is by watching video 8. The 8th video starts off with this text from SteelScout. While trying to enter red space, I think I made contact with my friend again. I cut the video right down to when it happens. We see SteelScout in front of the gate, but when nothing happens, he decides to just keep looking around the map. Before his game crashed, we see for a split second a message at the bottom right of it. It reads,
Stop, SteelScout. It wants to take you.
SteelScout then says that it should be impossible that PyroMain was chatting since he was the only one in the server. I'm not sure if that's really him or if it's something pretending to be him. SteelScout then ends the video by questioning the whole thing. Maybe I should listen to him. Maybe I should just stop. But maybe I can help him if I keep going. I just want to talk to him again. This video shows us the possibility of the real PyroMain being able to communicate to SteelScout through the private server. Through this Mario Kart blooper splotch, I guess. Anyways, that's all for video 8. On to the next one. This video starts off right away with the news that SteelScout found PyroMain. He was apparently stuck to a pillar in red space. Whatever that means. We then see SteelScout in red space, but this time it is different. The fog is now white and we see these trees around. He walks a little bit before finding this arm waving out of a tree stump. It then cuts and he is in a different area. The fog is more yellow and there are larger trees around him when suddenly we see this. The video ends with SteelScout saying that he is going back there soon, and he will continue to go back there, no matter what PyroMain says. I'm not gonna let this happen to him. And that's about it for video 9. On to video 10. Now, this video isn't too crazy, but I'll still give you the rundown. We see a chat log between SteelScout and PyroMain. Here is that chat log.
Hey friend, I need help.
Man, are you okay? Aren't you stuck in that weird red place?
Yes, I am, friend. I need you. Come back. Don't leave. Keep moving forward until you see the tendrils and arms.
Aren't you at the pillar?
Not anymore. I was taken to the tendrils and arms. When you get there, wait. I'll arrive shortly.
Is this really you?
Of course, friend. I need your help. Don't you want to help your friend?
How are you messaging me from your account if you are stuck in that red place?
Please.
And how come you're telling me to come back for you now, but earlier you were telling me not to come back?
Come back, SteelScout.
This isn't that PyroMain 1992. What are you? Let my friend go.
I will let him go if you come back.
And how do I know you're not lying? How do I know you won't just take me as soon as I get there?
If you don't come back, you will never see him again.
Let my friend go.
If you don't come back, I promise I will make him suffer.
Piece of garbage.
It's your choice. I expect to see you here soon.
We then see text from SteelScout saying how he doesn't know what to do now. How he wants to help his friend who is trapped in there, but he is afraid of what the red medic will do to him. He ends off the video by saying, I'm going to make another video soon. If something happens to me, then at least I will be there with him. A shorter video, so let's waste no time and move on to video 11. Video 11 starts off with SteelScout exiting the spawn room in Steel before making his way over to the gate. We see this Half-Life 2 door alongside a message from what appears to be the red medic. It reads,
Come in.
We see SteelScout in this weird hallway with these colored spotlights on the walls. He makes his way through the hallway with this strange ambience in the background. Then, SteelScout finds something. Steel Scout ends up back in red space, but something is different. There are these tree stump-like things everywhere, and they appear to have arms reaching out of them, and these weird spiky things. Eventually, while walking around for a while, Steel Scout finds something. You might be wondering what this is.
I have no idea!
We then see text appear on screen that says, "Just stay still now." And, thinking rationally, Steel Scout does the complete opposite and starts booking it.
Come back here.
The screen then fades in, where we see this meat computer. The video ends with Steel Scout on the floor, looking at his legs. I don't know, maybe he like broke them or something.
Oh no! I hope this really heavy beach ball doesn't break my leg!
The description of this video reads, "It's not over." And that ends off video 11. On to video 12.
Subscribe.
Now, a few things to note before watching the video. 1. This video kicks off a streak of 4 relatively short videos for the series. And 2, these next 4 videos all have these weird titles. But anyways, this is the shortest video of the bunch. It is only 13 seconds long, so I'll play it for you. Now, I won't reiterate everything in this video. You have eyes, you can tell what you saw in the video. But what I will talk about is the 2 most interesting things we see. We see this figure in the distance who seems to be the medic, guessing by his all-white color palette, and we see whatever this is. I'm assuming this is PyroMain? He is really the only character this could be. Anyways, on to the next one. This video is another short one, but it has a lot more to mention. It is only 23 seconds long, so here is that video really quick. In this video, we actually see Steel Scout fight back, as we see him tear out one of those spiky things from the ground and use it on this guy. I believe this is actually who was in the distance in the last video, instead of PyroMain, since, for all we know, PyroMain is still trapped on that pillar. I thought this guy might have been like a Combine soldier or something, but it is quite hard to tell. Anyways, on to the next video. Video 15 starts off with Steel Scout sitting next to a fire he made. He starts looking around before it cuts, and we see him making his way to the weird entity mass or whatever this is. He gets ready to stab it using one of those rods, and suddenly we see the medic staring at him in the distance. And that leaves us with the last short video in a row. Let's see what's going on in video 15. This video starts off with a dark image of Steel Scout before it cuts to him walking down this hallway. It appears that whatever happened to him after the last video ended messed him up pretty good, guessing by the blood that is seemingly on the screen. He keeps walking for a while before finding a room with a message written on the wall. It is quite hard to discern, but I believe it reads, "You are only making it worse." And that ends off this video. Now, as you might have noticed, all 4 of these videos that I've talked about have all had one thing in common: their names. They all have strange names filled with random numbers and letters. These are all ciphers, and in order, when translated, these titles read Desolation, A Spark of Hope, Heart, and Hollow. Anyways, on to the next video. The video starts off with footage of somebody walking through red space, but it is now instead completely black and white. This continues on for a while before we get a top-down perspective instead. It keeps at this pace for a while before rapidly speeding up. We see the door from Reformed as somebody loudly bangs on it before it eventually falls over, ending the video. The description is interesting because we get this manifesto or something from SteelScout.
I found these documents in your desk called My Manifesto, and I read a little bit, and I'm just wondering what is that? Why would you write something like that?
Here is what it reads: limitlessly sinking without relief in an ever-changing world, an ever-changing being of nothing but bone and meat under the guise of a primarily red infinite landscape. It feasts on fools stupid enough to be tricked. Inside here, you are nothing more than a dead man slowly being digested until all that remains of your form is but a shell of what you once were. Maybe once it's done desecrating you, it will use your form as a lure for more ignorant fools unknowingly lining up for death. Or maybe it will take them by force. Every second I spend here, more and more of my skin starts to peel and bleed. My bones feel like they're in the wrong position, and it hurts to walk. Resistance is futile, but I'll still try. Anyways, that's actually about it for this video. On to the next one. Guilt is an interesting one. It starts off with SteelScout in the monochromatic void, holding one of those spear-like things. We then see what seems to be Pyro's boots. Before we get confirmation, it is Pyro. SteelScout looks up at PyroMain, but he disappears, and in his place, we see one of those weird skinny creatures that SteelScout killed a few episodes ago, before we see an army of them, and SteelScout looking down at his weapon. It seems SteelScout has a large fight ahead of him. The description of this video reads, "I still think of him every so often. It's my fault. In a way, I did this to him. By getting him involved, he paid the price for something he didn't deserve. I guess I will too. But I have something to do first." Anyways, that was video 17. On to video 18. This video starts off with what seems to be the back of some sort of device. We stay in this one place for a while, before SteelScout shows up. We then zoom out to see that this is actually one of the TF2 control panels. Now, if we brighten up this ending, we can see that there is a YouTube URL to a channel. We'll talk more about this later, but the description of this video is interesting. It reads, I found some sort of machine. It's very dark and cold. I don't know where I am. I walked too far. The pain has gotten worse. I found a link on the machine. And that ends off this video. On to video 19. This video picks up directly where the last video ended. We see Steel Scout at the control panel again, before he lifts his head up and sees this. Now, what did we just witness? Well, I'll tell you. You might be wondering who this engineer guy is, since this is the first time we are seeing him in the series. Well, this is the solver of nothing, as he is called. This guy is tied to the URL we saw at the end of video 18, having his own dedicated YouTube channel. I'll talk more about this guy later on in the video, but let's see where this goes. We see that the solver of nothing got jumped by the red medic. And that ends off this video. The description of this video reads, I watched all the videos he had saved on the machine. I stood there for a while. He showed up. It showed up. Didn't even consider me. It only went for him. I guess it's what he deserves. In a way, he did it to himself. I ran off. I'm back where I was before. I'm near the heart again. This leads us to the final 5 videos of the series, starting with Video 20 starts off with a beating heart before it cuts to the heart. We see Steel Scout armed with another one of those spikes, getting ready to seemingly stab it, when suddenly Steel Scout is now in a place similar to the one we saw in Reformed. It cuts, and we see this blank room with a table and a TV. We zoom in on the TV that is showing pure white. The screen turns fully white. We see that Steel Scout has returned back to TF2. Everything seems like it should be over now, right? The description of this video reads, it's not over. And that's all for this one. On to the next. Video 21 starts off with Steel Scout just standing there.
He's just standing there, menacingly!
He doesn't do anything until the screen starts turning white. He is transported back to Steel. He slowly walks around the map, anticipating something to jump out at him any second, and something does.
You're more trouble than you're worth. Don't come back.
Despite the red medic's warning, the video ends with Steel Scout rushing back over to the gate, ready to go back into red space. That's all for this video. On to the next one. Video 22 starts off with a message from SteelScout. I can't walk away from this. It's my fault for what happened to him. I was the one who got him to investigate with me. We then see SteelScout rushing towards the gate on Steel, where the door appeared. But this time, no door appears. Nothing happens. SteelScout then starts demanding to be let in by the Red Medic. Let me in. I can't just go back. Not after what you did. You didn't deserve it. Let me in! I can't let you get away! At least respond to me. Please. And with that, the video ends. On to the next one. The 23rd video begins with a collection of clips between SteelScout and PyroMain. The first of which is SteelScout telling PyroMain how much he means to him. Hey, I want you to know, you mean a lot to me. You have been there for me when nobody else was. I know this comes off as random, but I just think I didn't tell you this enough. We then see a clip from the day where the two investigated Steel for the first time, before it cuts to 3/04/2009, aka current day, where we see this happen. Found you.
Don't do this.
SteelScout is now in the gray space once more. We end the video with this monologue from SteelScout. I didn't, but that will never bring you back. I thought maybe destroying that thing would make me feel complete, but you are still missing. A part of me will always be gone because you're not here. I trusted you as much as I trusted my family. I'm still glad I killed that thing. I hope it suffered in its last seconds. I'm going to try my hardest to move on, but it won't be easy. I'll always miss you. Really quickly, I just wanted to mention how good this video is. The tone is really bittersweet. SteelScout using the source command center is really smart. And that music? Why do all gaming ARGs that aren't Minecraft or Roblox have such banger songs? Anyways, now that the Red Medic is seemingly dead, I wonder where the story goes from here. I guess we will find out in these final two videos. The video starts off with the Red Medic dead on the floor of the Grey Void. We see a hand start emerging from the Red Medic. It seems SteelScout didn't fully kill it off. We see this light in the distance as more and more limbs start protruding from the Red Medic. The video ends with the sound of a heart slowly beating. That leaves us with the final video of the series. The video starts off with the red medic seemingly on steel. All the arms it grew start protruding back into itself, as we see it morph into a pyro. Now, there is no evidence to this, but I believe in this clip, we see the red medic turn into PyroMain, or at least pretend to be PyroMain. We then cut to a real match of steel. PyroMain seemingly focuses on one Heavy player. As all the chaos around them goes on, we see Heavy start crouching at Pyro, before PyroMain starts luring Heavy to a different part of the map, the same part of the map that started it all. The video ends with another lamb to the slaughter. The description is from the red medic. It reads,
My members are damaged. I am starving. I cannot breathe. I must satiate my hunger. I must do it with stealth, with a disguise. I enjoy the attention. I enjoy the love and warmth. I enjoy the feast. I wish I could want to wither away, but my undying hunger won't allow for it. I crave life. I crave humanity. I crave to be real. What is this, I wonder? Something not intended for me. But the one it was intended for has left. Maybe, once he notices, he would regain interest. That wouldn't be smart.
and that ends off the series. Now, before we fully do my outro, I want to mention a few things. 1. You might be wondering about that red engineer that wasn't really explained. Well, that is because he has his own channel. The Solver of Nothing channel documents experiments that the engineer seemingly conducted. We have a note from the Solver of Nothing in one of the descriptions. It reads,
I am stopping the test here. I've used that wretched machine to make this one last video as a warning. As you can see, it's spread beyond our dimension, and can reach other games. Rest assured, we are not real. I regret making the machine. I've shattered our reality and found out the truth. I am a disgrace. In my anger, I wanted to tear it all down. I created something I can no longer stop. I am sorry. I am the Solver of Nothing. I will re-upload all other test footage too. It's only fair that this gets released to the public. I'm sorry for everything. None of you will ever hear from me again.
And 2. While researching the videos, I noticed something. In the comments, there are a good amount of people pretending to be involved in the ARG. Here are some of my favorite examples.
Don't interfere. I got out, but that dumb medic main and Heavy Sucks is stuck in there, suffering. I can't go back either. Go there to save them. We both have the same fate, Steel Scout. We need revenge! Collab!
If that PyroMain is seeing this, tell me, are you proud? Whatever creature you are you proud of doing this? Give me an answer! Give me an answer! I don't care if I have to mind my own business! Are you proud? Give me an answer! I'm waiting! And there's no point in me sending this because you're already consumed into the red space. And now what?
Calm down, son. It's just a drawing.
Join us. You'll see your friend again.
You check onto this channel, and it's just realistic Peter Griffin shorts. Overall, this is one of the best ARGs I have covered, and a large improvement over the original version of this ARG, which I talk about in my first ever ARG video. That video's pretty bad, so I'd skip that. Anyways, subscribe to the SteelScoutTeamFortress2 YouTube channel, linked in the description. And while you're there, consider giving me a subscribe too. Thank you all so much for 5,000 subscribers. In celebration, I will be making the Gaming ARG Iceberg later this year, and I'll be hosting a Q&A. I've been Sam. I'll see you guys next time in the Green Halloween, and I hope you all have a good night. Peace.
Oh no! I hope this really heavy beach ball doesn't break my leg.